Hey, what's up guys? Jack from Salute the Magpie here. Today we're going to talk about our top 5 albums from the year so far. Some old bands, some new bands, so stay tuned because it's going to be a good one. So first up on the list we've got Blink-182 with their first album since Neighbourhoods, which was pretty shocking in my opinion. Now Tom DeLonge's gone, Matt Skiba's in, what can they do now? California is the first album with Matt Skiba, Mark Hoppus and Travis Barker working together. And it seems like they're built to last. I think that this album is really good. They've got some shout out to the old albums, but if you haven't listened to it already, here's Bored to Death, just check out there. I think that it's a first of many good albums by this band. I think people are writing them off too early. It's the first time that they're together. I think it's only going to evolve from here. You've only got to look at tracks like Bored to Death, No Future, California, Los Angeles. There's lots of bangers in there. They've still got Childish Humour in there with Built This Pool and Bohemian Rhapsody, which comes to a total of 45 seconds. Yeah, I think that this album just has its ups and downs, but overall, you cannot deny that this is a great album. Won't be number 1 on my album of the year come the end of come 2017, but still a very, very solid entry. So the second album on this list is Boss & Manor's Be Nothing. It's their debut album. They've had 3 EPs out before and they just gradually get better and better, but now we've got something to get our teeth into. The album starts so strongly with Lead Feet, Burn You Up and Like You, but then it sort of slows down and picks up by the end. Pop punk / emo, it combines elements of the two in a really mature way. They're a young band and I can only see their career going up from here. If you haven't checked out any of their music, click here and you'll be able to see one of their singles from the album, Lead Feet, and it's one of the best ones on the album, so definitely check them out. So the third album in this list is Architects' All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us. Now this is an absolute stormer of an album. If you thought that Lost Together, Lost Forever was good, then you've not even heard the half of it. This album is heavier, more intense, the riffs are more, the breakdowns are more, the blares are still there. It's fantastic. Nihilist comes out absolute storming, and if you haven't checked out anything, Match Made in Heaven, click right there. Absolute amazing track. Tracks like Gone with the Wind, just the overall feel of it is much more rounded, it's much more intense. If anything sums it up, it's the last track, Memento Mori, which is a 7-8 minute long song, and it's just an absolute epic that Architects have put together, and props to them. They're an amazing British band and they're really leading the way in terms of progressive metalcore. We're just happy to have them as a British band representing us. They've got a tour coming up in November with Stick to Your Guns and Bury Tomorrow. I mean, that is just a killer tour. I think it's going to be even more special with the very untimely and shocking death of Tom Searle, who has been battling cancer for the past however many years. Going back and listening to this album again, it really drives home what they were going through, and yeah, it's just a full-on shame. The Salute the Magpie team will be there showing our support, but also in the pit rocking out. Fourth album on this list is very young band Milk Tea, another debut album on this list, and it's such a throwback to the 1990s grunge emo era. Stuff like Mudhoney, Nirvana, all that sort of stuff. It's very, very reminiscent of that. Lead singer Becky has some very emotional lyrics, and nothing highlights that more than the track Kabuki, which is an acoustic song. It really, really drives home what they're about as a band, expressing their feelings but also writing great music at the same time. You got songs like Brain Through, Swear Jar, Driveway Birthday, Crow's Feet. They're just all punk songs, but at the same time we've got that grungy element, that emo element. And once again, if you haven't checked out any Milk Tea's music, click the link here and it'll take you to what song should we go for? We'll go for Brain Food. I think they've got that released as a music video. Hooks, riffs, and just overall really good music, really good band, nice guys as well, definitely check them out. And finally on this list we've got A Day to Remember's Bad Vibrations. Now this is a band that have never released a bad album in my opinion. Common Courtesy was an absolute banger, but Bad Vibrations has just really gone harder, they've gone stronger, more riffs, more choruses, everything you love about Day to Remember and more in this album. I just can't really complain really. One thing I can say about this album is a bit more raw, a bit more rough around the edges. They've got some hardcore riffs in there and the same old breakdowns that you can expect from A Day to Remember. And they're one of the best bands that can transition from that pop punk into that hardcore element, and I think this album highlights that once again. Big choruses, big songs, but also their ballads as well. With We Got This, it's just such a light as in the air, if it means a lot to you-esque kind song. A lot of people aren't saying the same things, but if you listen to this record, you can't deny that there are big choruses, big riffs. Jeremy McKinnon's performance is brilliant once again. That transition from the clean vocals and unclean vocals, I think, is perfect. If you like A Day to Remember, you're going to love this album. If you're a new person to A Day to Remember, definitely check out this album. If you're into pop punk and want to go into a bit heavier sort of stuff, listen to A Day to Remember, and I'm sure that'll bridge the gap pretty well for you. Again, if you haven't checked out A Day to Remember, here's Paranoia. Check it out. Riffs all day, mate. As always, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, check out the links in the description for our social media, and I'll see you in the next one.